All right. So we are starting session S15. Welcome everybody. And I'm the chair of this session. I'm very happy to have two excellent speakers today from IBS. So the two speakers, first speaker is Professor Pigeot from Germany, Leibniz Institute, and she will introduce the whole picture of history and everything of IBS. And then the second speaker is Professor Sohee Park, Yonsei University of South Korea. And she will also introduce our plan for following IBC conference in year 2026 in Seoul. So Iris, would you please start? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for the introduction. I will start my slide and I hope it works. Please let me know if it works.
Yes.
But do you see it already in the right way?
I don't
Now
think
it's fine. I
yeah,
hope it's fine now.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Okay, welcome to my talk. I'm Iris Pigeot, as already introduced. I'm the current president of the International Biometric Society. And from learning, I'm a statistician with a strong focus on biometry and on epidemiology. Let me start with the definition of biometry. Biometry is devoted to the development and application of statistical and mathematical theory and methods in the biosciences. What is included if I talk about biosciences? It includes agriculture, clinical trials, it includes epidemiology, public health, ecology, environmental sciences, forestry, and a lot of related disciplines, also healthcare, because I just listened to the talk before. And I would like to give a brief history of our society. Actually, it was in the mid-1940s that there was a growing awareness of the importance of statistics in biological sciences. And the American Statistical Association, they started with the biometrics section, and the International Statistics Institute, EISI, they drew up a new constitution to expand its purview beyond government and official statistics to also include biometry and biostatistics. But Chester Bliss, who was a Yale biologist with a deep interest in statistics, was extremely disappointed to really notice that there was a lack of offerings involving biological applications. And therefore, he asked several colleagues, and they just approached the American Statistical Association that it would be good to have a conference that is completely devoted to the application of statistics in biological sciences. And that was the start. And in 1947, the first International Biometric Conference took place. And this was a very exciting conference because it was a time where also the Biometric Society was founded. And the first president, I think most of you know his name, was Ronald A. Fisher. And the first female president was Gertrude Cox in 1968. She was also responsible as editor of the Biometrics Bulletin that was established in 1945 and then renamed, and I hope that you know this journal, as Biometrics in 1947. And just to give you a flavor of all the different topics that have been addressed in the IBS, I just give you only some idea about the presidents. It started, as I mentioned before, with the presidency of Fisher. And I think he's known as the father of statistics. He invented maximum likelihood theory. He published the Fisher information matrix. He worked on variance analysis, on the design of experiments in agriculture. But to give you another name, Cochrane, he worked on sampling techniques. And David Phinney was a pioneer. He was one of the first who asked for a systematic monitoring system of adverse drug reactions. And Cox, she worked on experimental designs. Peter Armitage, he was responsible for sequential analysis. And I mean, who doesn't know Rao? And Rao had endless contributions in the field of statistics, and I can't give them here. I mean, all of us know the Rao boundary, I think. Then Nalda, he invented the generalized linear models, and he also published the corresponding software packages. H.A. David, he worked on order statistics. And here are the most recent presidents, and probably you know Niels Keiding working on medical statistics, Nanni Wermuth on graphical models together with David Cox. And Norman Breslow, he was really someone working with epidemiological questions. He wrote 2 very important books on cohort and case control studies. Gerd Molenbergs, he did a lot of work on statistical methods for measurement error. And John Hind on statistical modeling, Elizabeth Thompson on genetics, Louise Ryan on environmental health research, and Gerd Verbeke on longitudinal data, and Jose Pinheiro, our last president, on mixed effect models. I think that gives you an idea of what is going on in our community. I mean, we are working on a lot of methods, but we have all in mind that they should be applicable and they should serve as solutions to biomedical problems. And the IBS is organized as a federation of regions. Just in 2023, the IBS covered 37 regions, coming from more than 80 countries from all continents, as you can see from this figure here. And these regions, they have their own, let's say, governance. They have regional conferences. Sometimes they publish their own journals, as for instance, the Austro-Swiss and German regions, they publish the Biometrical Journal, the Chinese region, the Biostatistics and Epidemiology Journal, and Brazil, the Brazilian Journal of Biometrics. And most recently, 2 new regions joined the family of biometrical regions. That's Namibia from Africa and Croatia from Europe. And partly these regions again form networks to enhance collaboration, and there are 4. It is the Channel Network, that is the British-Irish region, French, Belgian, and the Netherlands. Then the Susan region, that's the Sub-Sahara African network, the Central European network, Austro-Swiss, German, and Polish, and the East Asian network, including China, India, Japan, Korea, Pakistan, and Singapore. And the IBS, the International Biometric Society, has around 5,000 to 6,000 members. 65% are regular and 20% are students. And then we have also some other types of memberships. And we are fostering collaborations among us, integrations, and networking. And how we are doing this? There are several types of meetings, and we will learn about the International Biometric Society Conference in 2026 in a minute, somewhat more. But just to mention this idea, we are meeting each 2 years. And the last IBC has taken place in Riga in Latvia. That means we also take care that we have always some regional coverage, and that was in 2022. And you can see here that the opening session in Riga was well attended. Our next meeting, and you can still register for it, will take place in Atlanta in December this year. And if you would like to learn more about, you can visit the corresponding homepage. And we also have our publications. In particular, we are publishing 2 journals, the Biometrics Journal, which I mentioned before, but also the journal called JABES. It is a Journal of Agricultural, Biological, and Environmental Statistics that is published together with the American Statistical Association. We are publishing position statements, as for instance on the research work of R.I. Fisher. And we are publishing the Biometric Bulletin that is published quarterly, and that contains news of the International Biometric Society that is condensed, that all members of the society can read this bulletin at a quick glance. And we have published our own book celebrating our first 75 years. And that's a wonderful book to get an idea about the history of our society with much more detail than I'm able to give today. But we are also very active with respect to education. On the one hand, we established the so-called Journal Club. It's a kind of online webinar initiative that was developed by the IBS Education Committee, and I will come to the committees in a second, to offer a platform for the members and networks to discuss recent papers that are primarily published in biometrics and IBS. And then that is what I like very much. It is a distinguished lecture series, and you can listen to inspiring lectures from younger, experienced individuals in biostatistics. And this series features early career professionals. That means within the first 10 years after they have completed their PhD, to reach out and to encourage young people globally to also find it interesting to work in the field of biostatistics. And we also created a mentoring program where experienced professionals are paired with someone who is new to their career or who is thinking of branching out. And the participants will have access to a variety of resources to navigate their career paths. And now I give you an idea of our governance. Leadership is pretty clear. All regions have a vote in the representative council. That means it could be considered as a grassroots group with more than 60 members. Then we have our executive board with 12 members who are elected by the regions and the officers. And here on this photo, you can see me where I'm here. I'm just at that point in time, I have been just recently elected as incoming president. And here you can see Jose Pineo, who was the current president at the time, who is now the outgoing president. Here's our treasurer, Vicente. And here is an officer of our office that is taking care of all the day-to-day business. The officers consist of the president, as I said before, the incoming or outgoing president, the secretary, and the treasurer. And then there are 6 standing committees taking care of the awards funds, and they should promote, these award funds should promote biometric activity in countries that belong to the lower and middle income category. Then we have a budget and finance committee. They are taking care for all recommendations concerning all IBS financial and related matters, for instance, also related to the organization of an IBC. Then we have the communications committee. They are in charge to identify and prioritize communication issues and opportunities, and they are closely collaborating with our International Biometric Office and with the regions. The Conference Advisory Committee is very, very much in charge of taking care to recommend dates and locations for future international biometric conferences. That means if you are interested to organize a conference, you have to hand in a bid, and then these bids are discussed, and it is one conference site selected. And the Editorial Advisory Committee provides advice on the formulation of the general editorial policy for all IBS publications. For instance, if we would like to change our publisher of biometrics, as we did most recently, then they are taking care of finding a new publisher. The Education Committee ensures proper educational measures that these are taken to foster the biometric profession. And these committees are supported by ad hoc committees, where we, of course, need a nominating committee. The nominating committee is responsible for selecting potential nominees for officers and directors. The International Program Committee is charged with the planning and direction of the scientific facets of an International Biometric Conference. And there is, in addition, the local organizing committee being responsible for the, let's say, the social program and all the things that have been handled at the side of one IBC. There's the IBS-ISI committee that is responsible to liaise with the ISI, and the Mentorship Oversight Task Force that is, of course, responsible for the mentorship program that I already introduced to you. And then we have our office, the International Biometric Office, and that is very helpful because these people manage our day-to-day business, and they are staffed by an external company called Bostrom. Now, if you want to get involved, and I hope so, I hope you found it interesting listening to me, then you can just enter our website. You can join as a member to support our society. And the typically engagement path is via the IBS regions. That means contact your region, contact your president or secretary. Then participate in the IBC conferences by organizing a session, giving a talk, presenting a poster, or just by attending. And there are also our communities. As soon as you are a member, you will get involved in our communities to stay informed, to engage, and to volunteer for additional tasks. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Professor Pigeot. Yeah, your introduction was very informative and comprehensive, and I feel more proud of ourselves and being a statistician. And all the legendary names are pretty impressive. That reminds us the glorious history of our statistics, I think. So thank you very much for the nice introduction. And I believe that more and more young generation will be interested in our field, and due to our activities, I think.
Perhaps one aspect, I think it might be interesting. It's a Women's Day. There are so many female statisticians and biometricians living in our society, working in our society. I think it is around 50%, and there are a lot of young people, and therefore I would like to really motivate all people engaging with us. Thank you.
That's my observation also. That's true. Thanks again. Okay, let's move to the second presentation. Professor Sohee Park. Sohee, please start. Thank you.
Do you see the screen okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, good evening, some for good morning, everyone. I'm Sohee Park, the President of International Biometric Society, Korean region, and I'll be the co-chair for the 33rd International Biometric Conference, which will be held in year 2026 in Seoul, Korea. On behalf of IBC 2026 Organizing Committee and the International Biometric Society Korean region, it is an honor to present an introduction to the IBC 2026. We are excited to share how our city and our team can offer an unforgettable experience for the global biostatistics community. Let's begin by introducing the leadership behind the preparation. Seoul has seen so much change since our last IBC conference. Our capital city continues to be a fast-moving city, with each year bringing in new innovations and advancements, rapidly transforming the city into the technological landscape it is today. We are excited to show you what our great city has to offer and to assure you that the best is yet to come in year 2026. This is the leadership team responsible for bringing the IBC 2026 to Seoul. Dr. Ho Kim on the left-hand side, he's the chair of this session. He's the former president of the IBS Korean region. And I, Sohee Park, will co-chair the local organizing committee. Our team includes experts from prestigious institutions in Korea, each committed to ensuring that IBC 2026 is an exceptional event. Here is a look at the rest of the local organizing committee. We are honored to have such a dedicated group of individuals, each of whom brings a wealth of experience in biostatistics and event organization. Together, we are excited to bring IBC 2026 back to Seoul because Korea was supposed to host IBC 2020 in Seoul, Korea, but because of the COVID situation, unfortunately, the whole conference had to transfer to a virtual conference. So this time, we have it back at year 2026. So we are very excited about this event. Founded in 1990, the IBS Korean region has played a crucial role in advancing biostatistics in Korea and promoting international collaboration. With 83 active members, we continue to foster growth and innovation in the field. The IBC 2026 in Seoul will showcase our dedication to biostatistics and our ability to host an international gathering. The IBS Korean region regularly holds 2 seminars, 1 educational program, and participates in 2 sections in conferences each year. We have also successfully organized annual joint statistical conferences in collaboration with the Korean Food and Drug Administration and the pharmaceutical industries. This 2-day event featured a tutorial session and discussions on recent advances in statistical methods related to clinical trials and regulations. Hosting IBC 2026 will further strengthen these efforts and promote greater knowledge sharing on a global scale. Seoul is a city that is constantly evolving. From fashion to food, architecture to art, it is a hub of creativity. The city is known for blending its 2,000-year history with modern technological advancements. IBC 2026 attendees will experience firsthand the dynamic spirit of Seoul, where tradition meets the future. Seoul is an ideal choice for IBC 2026 with outstanding infrastructure, convenient accessibility, and reputation for safety. Our city will provide a seamless experience for all attendees. Whether you're enjoying the cutting-edge technology or exploring cultural landmarks, Seoul is a city that will leave a lasting impression. Incheon International Airport, one of the highest-rated airports in the world, ensures quick and comfortable travel. With numerous transportation options, attendees will have no trouble moving between the airport and conference venues. Seoul's extensive subway system is both affordable and very easy to navigate. With English translations available at every station, you can actually explore the entire city for just about $50. Traveling around Seoul is not only convenient, but it's also a chance to experience the city's culture and energy. Korea's borders are open to travelers from 144 countries without a visa, making it easier for the global community to attend IBC 2026. This accessibility will encourage broader participation and strengthen the international exchange of ideas. Seoul is not just a city of innovation, but also one of the rich cultural history. From palaces to skyscrapers, attendees will be able to experience the harmony of old and new. A visit to Seoul wouldn't be complete without trying traditional Korean garments or visiting historical landmarks. And of course, the food. Korean cuisine is world-renowned for its bold flavors and health benefits. Whether you're sampling street food or participating in cooking classes, there's no shortage of culinary adventures in Seoul. At IBC 2022 in Latvia, we actively promoted IBC 2026, generating great enthusiasm for the upcoming event. In closing, we would like to say welcome to IBC 2026. IBC is expected to take place in July 2026, though the exact dates have yet to be determined. So we look forward to seeing you in Seoul, where we will explore the future of biostatistics together. Now, please enjoy this special introduction video showcasing the vibrant city of Seoul and what it has to offer for IBC 2026 attendees. So let's watch this short video clip. Sorry.
Sorry, Miss Park, we cannot hear the audio. I think you need to share the audio as well while you share the screen on Zoom.
Thank you very much for your attention, and I will very much looking forward to seeing you in Seoul in 2026. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry for the sound problems, but time is almost up. So I hope to see you all in Seoul. And before that, we have IBC Atlanta in December, coming December. So hope to see you there also. All right, thank you again for the two excellent speakers, and then see you soon in Atlanta. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mhm.